Everyone thinks Huntrix is complete. Rumi, Mira, Zoe, the perfect trio. But what if I told you K-pop Demon Hunters 2 is already hinting at a new member joining them? And not only that, the movie actually shows us who it is. Without ever saying it out loud, most fans missed it, most viewers overlooked it, but the clues were planted from the very beginning. Because Huntrix was never meant to stay a team of 3, and the one character destined to join them has been in front of us this entire time. Let's start with the question nobody asks. Why did Huntrix work as a trio in the first movie, but feel incomplete? Think about their dynamic. Rumi, the conflicted hybrid carrying emotional guilt. Mira, the disciplined guardian acting as the team's anchor. Zoe, the unpredictable wildcard with lethal joy. 3 distinct roles. But there's one missing. The strategist, the bridge, the emotional equalizer. Huntrix doesn't have a character whose arc centers on understanding both worlds, the human world and the demon world, without being trapped between them like Rumi. They need someone who can interpret the demon realm, someone who can read demon behavior, someone who can anticipate demonic strategy before the battle begins. And there's only one character who fits that description perfectly. Someone who wasn't killed, someone who wasn't erased, someone the story refused to show dying. Romance. Yes, one of the Saja boys. And before you say that sounds impossible, let me show you why the movie quietly prepared for this moment. First, Romance is the only Saja boy whose death is never shown. Every other member gets a clear ending. Mystery, Hex, Raiden, Jinyu. Their defeats are visual, deliberate, and meant to close their arcs. But Romance? Nothing. No battle, no scene, no closure. The camera avoids him completely during the final act. That is never accidental in animation. If a character's death isn't shown, the writers didn't want the audience to believe it. Second, let's talk about ability. Romance wasn't the strongest Saja boy. He wasn't the leader, but he was the only one with a very specific personality trait: emotional intuition. He reads people instantly. He adapts to their energy. He complements their behavior patterns. That's not combat coding, that's social synchronization. Huntrix desperately needs someone like that, someone who can predict, empathize, mediate, and diffuse before Rumi's guilt or Zoe's unpredictability creates cracks in the team. But the third clue is the one fans completely missed. In the movie's Demon Realm sequences, the Saja boys aren't treated like regular demons. Their aura is different, their behavior is different, their structure, the way their bodies dissolve and reset, is different. They were engineered beings, not natural-born demons, which means their nature is more flexible than normal demon lore. They aren't bound to the demon realm. They aren't required to stay there. They aren't even obligated to remain enemies. If anything, they're closer to artificial hybrids, and hybrids can change allegiance. Rumi changed hers. The Saja boys can too. And Romance? He was already halfway there. He wasn't bloodthirsty like Mystery. He wasn't cold like Hex. He wasn't loyal to the demon hierarchy like Jinyu. He flirted, he adapted, he blended in. He didn't act like a soldier. He acted like someone searching for belonging. And what's the one thing Huntrix gives people? Belonging. Now let's bring up the biggest piece of evidence: the studio's own behavior. Every promotional hint for K-pop Demon Hunters 2 includes subtle clues about a shifting team dynamic. Interviews repeatedly mention that Huntrix won't be the same group in the sequel. Animation teasers emphasize the idea of unexpected alliances. And the creators know exactly what fans want. The Saja boys generated half the movie's virality. Their fan base is massive. Their designs are iconic. Their personalities are unforgettable. If you're making a sequel, you don't throw that away. You evolve it. And the easiest way to bring back the Saja boys without turning the sequel into a villain repeat? One of them joins Huntrix. Narratively, Romance is the perfect candidate. He's the only Saja boy who survived. He has no death scene. He has no closure. He has no confirmed return to the demon realm. He has the personality that complements the team instead of clashing with them. And the most shocking clue comes from the fans themselves. A Reddit thread analyzing the end battle pointed out that when the Saja boys collapse into energy, their demon cores scatter. Except one. A single core drifts upward, not downward, not inward, not back into the demon realm. It drifts toward Earth. And based on color palette and animation comparison, that core belonged to Romance. Which means he didn't die. He didn't reset. He didn't return to his world. He stayed. He is somewhere on Earth. without a team, without a mission, without orders, and without a purpose. Who else does that remind you of? Rumi, before Huntrix found her, and Huntrix doesn't leave powerful beings wandering alone. They recruit them. The sequel sets up a new thematic foundation: unity through difference. A demon hybrid, a guardian warrior, an unpredictable killer, and now a former enemy who switched sides. A group built not from bloodline or duty, but from choice. Imagine Romance fighting alongside Rumi. Imagine him dealing with Zoe's chaos. Imagine him learning discipline from Mira. Imagine the emotional chaos and the comedic potential. When Zoe realizes one of the Saja boys is now on her team, it writes itself. All the clues point to a single conclusion. The new Huntrix member is not a human, not a hunter, not a random recruit. It's Romance, the Saja boy who never died. And when he returns in K-pop Demon Hunters 2, he won't be the enemy. He'll be the twist no one saw coming.